morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to this place. My name is Mr. What's yours?
Mark Miller.
Mark Miller. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you.
Today we're going to be asking you 3 questions. I don't have a script. I'm basically just pulling this all out of my head.
Which is the best way to do it.
I suppose so. I mean, it makes it sound less bland.
Well, you know what? Interviews are a conversation.
Yeah.
And so if you can do without a sheet, you got something. You're going to have a better conversation. So I'm here.
Fair.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, so my first question is, what is one of the weirdest things that you have done, like work-related or otherwise?
I used to work on a show called Daily Planet for Discovery Channel, and I was the reporter, so I had to go around and do different things. And one day, a friend of mine, a cameraman, who is actually here right now, convinced me that I should go to stuntman school. And I am terrified of heights.
Oh.
And so at the end of stuntman school, for me to graduate, I had to either fall off a 30-foot building into a big airbag, or I had to light myself on fire. And that was easy for me. I was like, light them up, boys. So they put me in this suit, covered me with this special gel, rubbed aloe all over my hands and my face so I didn't burn my face, and they lit me on fire and I had to go run around. And that picture is in my house. So that was the weirdest thing. And my wife got really mad at me. So
That sounds kind of funny, just having a picture of you on fire, just casually on the wall of your house.
Exactly.
It's like, and this is when I went to stunt school.
Yep. How to graduate stunt school? Light yourself on fire.
Yep. Sounded like fun.
It was warm.
I'd believe it.
Yeah. I think I sweated a bit. I should have probably fallen off the building.
My second question is, what piece of your work are you most proud of?
I did a piece for CBC, a documentary. It was called Scared of My Shadow. And it was a whole exploration of fear. And so why, like when I was your age, we all used to ride our bikes to school.
Yeah.
Right? And the bike racks at school were full. And now today, I bet you there isn't a single bike out there. Maybe a couple, but not like they used to when I was a kid.
Yeah. Cars are a lot more popular nowadays.
And parents drive their kids to school.
Cars and just vehicles in general. There's a lot more public transit options nowadays.
True.
Anyways, go on.
But my theory was that a lot of kids get driven to school because their parents are afraid that there's something bad will happen to their kids. And so I wanted to know, did my parents just not love me and didn't care about me? Said, here's a lighter, some cigarettes, and a bike ride to school. I don't know. Which led to me lighting myself on fire at one point. But anyway, so that...
I mean, I guess the lighter comes in handy for something.
It does. Anyway, so I think that for me, as we went and figured that program out, we learned some really interesting things about how the media influences us and scares us and makes us fear. And as a result, our society has changed because of that.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on where just media has been trying to do a whole bunch of stuff to control, like, the shape of things.
Yep.
And it can be kind of hard to avoid the media since it's everywhere. And they know that, so they know that they have a lot of power in the equation.
But you have the power because you're smart and you can question stuff. So just because you see it on the news, don't be afraid to question it.
I have the power of common sense.
Correct. That is exactly it. Common sense.
What got you into wanting to do this kind of stuff?
Funny enough, being curious. That was my whole thing. I was always really curious. I wanted to ask lots of questions. And this was the job. They would pay me to do that.
Nice.
So it worked out okay. Yeah.
Okay. With that, I do think that we are going to have to wrap this up. It's been nice talking with you, Mark.
Good working with you, mister. Thank you.
This has been fun, but we're going to leave this off. Farewell.